The tournament is called KiCK HlV Nakivale Refugee Settlement Soccer Tournament. The reason why we came up with the name itself, we wanted to first the refugees themselves to own the tournament. That's why we had to put in the Nakivale Refugee Settlement name, and we wanted to bring out the area of HIV prevention. And our goal is to have this tournament twice every year, at the beginning of the year and towards the end of the year.
I've been involved in a few different projects. I came here as a nurse, so I was going to do some work in a few clinics. I visited 2 clinics, one in Sitabale village and one on Kimi Island. I'm also helping out with the soccer tournament, KiCK HlV with TASAAGA. And there's another project I'll be working on, developing a youth centre in one of the villages.
It is an amazing tournament. This is our second tournament, and I think it is amazing, it is marvelous.
Well, the tournament has been really good. It has attracted most of the community to come and watch and support. So far, I think really it's really fine.
You know, as an organization, we are always looking out for opportunities to serve the communities. The whole idea of us coming to Nakivale Refugee Settlement came from the news we were reading. Because as an organization, you have to always keep yourself informed about what is happening everywhere. So it was in 2012 when we read about this Nakivale Refugee Settlement. After realizing that so many young people who ran from their different countries because of the wars, for example, when you look at in this settlement, you will see there are the Congolese, the Rwandese, the Eritreans, the Ethiopians, the Somalis, the Burundians, they are all here. But we looked at how can we actually work with them to prevent HIV/AIDS amongst themselves. So we saw so many of them were interested in soccer. So we said, now, let us capitalize on this area. We sat down and designed this program, this project.
When I came over here, I saw amazing people. I never thought I would come to Nakivale refugee camp and I find talented young soccer players, both at the age of 10, at the age of 14, at the age of 18, and the age of 20 and above. So talent in Nakivale refugee camp, it's amazing.
Organizing a tournament is very, very, very challenging, and it's not a simple one. Because first of all, there is mobilizing the teams themselves. There is mobilizing the coaches to interest them, be part of the organizing committee. There's a lot of work involved. Then we also had to look at who are the leaders in the refugee settlement. Of course, the office of the Prime Minister is very, very, very important in this settlement, because they are the leaders, they are the one managing the settlement, together with the United Nations Refugee Agency. So we had to make sure that we also meet with them. In this particular, we've been working with the Office of the Assistant Commandant. This tournament has its own objectives or goals, and they are simple but not easy to achieve. One of them is to bring about unity of all the refugees in this settlement, because, like as I said from the start, that there are different nationalities in this settlement.
I have learned that we should love each other and we should protect ourselves.
The second one is to use football to reach to the refugees with HIV/AIDS information. that we achieve them when they come together and we communicate to them. And they can be able to make informed decisions, either to go for HIV testing to know their serostatus, or to start using preventive measures as condom to prevent themselves from getting HIV. We have been giving them free condoms. MTI Health Center is giving them free testing.
For the first day, yesterday we tested around 100 people, which was so good. And today, I'm seeing the turn-up is not poor. So we are so pleased to have this tournament around.
People have been testing. So far we have like more than 300 people who have tested in 3 days. It is an amazing turn-up. Even in Kampala, people don't turn up for HIV testing.
Nimepata mafundisho kuhusu HIV tests na nimepata mafundisho ya kukutanana na watu wa kucheza mpira pamoja.
Labda najua nimeiga kupima ukimwi na kuweza kujua afya yangu na kuendeleza vipaji vya wachezaji mbalimbali.
The other one is to develop the talent, because we know that yes, some of these young people they might have dropped out of schools because of the wars. And when they got here, maybe some of them can no longer go back to school. But they have talents. So these talents can be useful to them and their families as they grow into adulthood. So we are using this project to develop the talent of football within the refugee settlement.
Gisi na wazia ndoto yangu ya balo. Mungu akinisaidia natoka hapa juu hapa piko maisha mabaya. Na atoe cheza tufike mbali. Tunaishi fasi pabaya kwanza. Mungu akinisaidia nikifika ngambo za Maulaya nicheza hata timu ya Chelsea wala hata ya Barcelona.
We are seeing that the tournament is also helping them to have relief on the trauma. The trauma from not being home, I mean their home countries, the psychosocial challenges of missing their relatives back in the country they came from. But soccer brings all these people together. They cheer their teams, they laugh, they smile, they shout at their players, do it, please continue. When they win, they are all jubilating.
Kwani inatusaidia sana sisi kama refugees kukutanana pamoja, kutosha stress mwili na kuendelesha skills zetu pamoja.
Some of the challenges we have faced during this tournament.
Major one is the language barrier, of course.
There are so many languages used here. The Somalis have their own language, the Eritreans their own language. So we have tried to at least find a way of solving the language barrier by getting translators, but still it goes back to the financial resources. They are committed guys, but you see him actually committed, but then you feel sorry that you've not even fed him the whole day. That's been a challenge. The soccer players, every interval, you see that they have really worked so hard, they need some refreshment. And we don't have money to give them the refreshment. We know they need it, but we can't provide it because we don't have the money for it. We don't have money for water for it. We know they need lunch. Some of them, like they come from very distant zones. So they have to come here in the morning and leave. If they have the game in the evening, they leave in the evening. But they have to be fed.
They want money, they want food, and it's very hard not to be able to help them with their problems.
When I'm here, everybody's asking me for balls. Coachy, give me ball. Coachy, boli. Coachy, me, I want a pair of boots. You know, coachy, I need a uniform.
Kusa hiyo wanaita medai watu wamevaa. Ningependa mu tournament walete maji, dawa.
We don't have balls, we don't have shoes. We don't have some clothes to put on.
In terms of like refreshment, those small stuff, see, the organizer did not plan for them, but he promised me that next time it will be fine.
There are many other things, like when you're playing, you have to mark the pitch. So in other places they use expensive paint, but when we came here, we didn't have enough money to buy the paint to paint the soccer pitch. So we sat down with them and said, dear friends, we want the games to go on, but how can we match the soccer pitch to know this is the goalkeeper's box, to know this is the center, to know this is the boundary of the soccer pitch? So they said, you know what? Let us use ash, because we cook food here. So we have ash, it's free. So let's just use ash. Every day we'll be just putting ash back again.
You have a few referees. The referees should be more, because if referees go for two games or 3 games, he's always tired.
Bo kuiturnua nikapenda baongezee sie kitu ya maana sana ni kwa kiwanja batengeneze vizuri, mamali zingine ziko inapanda iko na bilima baplende baplate iko vizuri sana na batongezee pesa kuturuna juu tukacheza pesa kidogo sana yote saidia si kitu.
So all in all, when you look at all these challenges that we are facing, you find that now, how do these people actually survive to continue working in this tournament? The only big supporting area is the commitment, because among our staff members, among the refugee people who have actually accepted to work with us, they have the commitment to make this a success, even with the limited resources that we do have.
We need more help from fundraising, to put more money into the programs, because it really comes down, as much as I hate to say it, but to the funding for the programs. But with TASAAGA, what I've seen is all the money that goes into TASAAGA, I've seen it myself go directly to the projects.
We would love always to have this tournament at least twice a year, because as you know, soccer is the face of other games all over the world, and it is the only game which can bring everybody out, whether it's women or kids, at the pitch. And each second these people come here at the pitch, they learn from each other, they unite each other, they smile to each other. Different nations coming together supporting one team or the other team. So I would really love to say that I would love to see this tournament happening twice a year with a good total budget of the tournament.
Actually, we are using this refugee settlement, as a pilot, as a laboratory to learn how best we can work with the refugees to prevent HIV/AIDS amongst themselves, to develop their talents, and to bring about unity. So therefore, we are not planning to end here in Nakivale refugee settlement. We are looking at, after getting the lessons here, learning the experiences here, we are planning to go out to other camps, make outreaches to other camps, have similar activities. But still, that will need us to do more mobilization for resources. We are committed to doing that. We'll try our best, because we are calling ourselves TASAAGA. TASAAGA in Luganda, it means he doesn't joke. So whatever we are doing, we are not joking, we are committed to doing it, and we are committed to achieving it.
Those that can volunteer, definitely contact TASAAGA and come across and visit, even if it's for a short time, to get a taste of what life is like over here. If you like it, you can stay or you can come back. Coming here in person It's motivating to go home and do fundraising to support the programs that Bruhan and TASAAGA are running and their funding.
I'm aware that outside this settlement, or even within this settlement, there might be people, organizations, individuals, companies that would like to support this tournament. Please, you are very, very much welcome. Feel free to contact us. You can visit us on our website. We have our contacts there. You go to TASAAGA website, www.tasaaga.org, or you can send us an email, info@tasaaga.org. Ask us about the budget for the tournament, how you would like to get involved in the tournament. We'll be very much welcome to working with you, accepting your support. We can avail you the whole information about the tournament, whatever is required, so that you can see the area you can get involved in terms of supporting it.